So we are
Wise guy is your name?
we are now recording the June 21st, 2019 Small Business Accounting Advisors. Hello, everyone. And
Happy Friday!
Happy Friday!
Friday.
Starting
Dennis, I love your name. Wise guy. Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, well, here we go.
That's funny.
So funny.
Okay, I'll see if I can get the other one now. Can you see it?
Yep.
Sometimes you have to admit.
I saw that one before.
Yes, I saw that. That's hysterical. Mom got vaccinated, eh?
Yeah, I guess so.
Surprise
I
vaccination.
hope she wasn't wearing implants.
Yeah, maybe you did feel it.
And look at the little girl's face. Nothing's even touching her.
Oh, I know.
Okay, so
All righty. Thank you, Dennis.
okay, so now I stop sharing.
So Dennis and his computer got fixed, and Linda got a new computer.
I did.
Part of what your new computer is now, you have decided you are learning OneNote and OneTastic. And
That is correct.
and the help from Microsoft helped you get to this? How did you find out about them?
You send an email to Rob Smith. Isn't that his name?
Mark knows. I know his first name. I know it's Rob, but I don't remember. Yes.
I think
Rob
it's Rob
Smith.
Smith. But
Rob Smith.
the email, I know I have the email here. Well, I know it's somewhere.
Google OneNote for All. That's his website.
That's it. Rob at OneNoteforAll.com. And it's all letters, no numbers. Okay? So, and you ask him to send you the link so that you can do the free download of Microsoft OneNote 2016. Because Microsoft OneNote 2016, the one that you download and install on either your laptop or your regular desktop, that is the super powerful OneNote that will run with OneTastic, and you can create templates and like file cabinets and file folders and pages that go inside of those for everything in your office. Directions how to do any kind of a process, like how to make a bank deposit. You can have all the directions. You can have pictures of screenshots. You can have other pictures. And what I have is I have a client that sells inventory parts, and they have, you know, they get photo shoots in that so that they get pictures of the products. There are bottles, there are bottle caps, there are labels. All of this is part of what they manufacture, and then they fill them up. They put special ingredients inside, and they want all of the different things as part of this like file cabinet drawer, this file drawer, and the pages in it. It has everything. It has pictures, it has audio, it has video, it has everything all attached on this page, this OneNote page. And you can send things to OneNote, pick the page you send it to. It's amazing what you can do. And you can, Rob Smith has totally organized his whole life. One of his sample ones is, he shows all of the Olympic sports. So he has kind of like a little table, and he has Olympic sports, and then he has summer, and he has winter. And then he has like an outline on it. And you can, what's nice with OneNote, you can click on it and it collapses it, and you can click on it again and it uncollapses it, it expands it, which is very, very nice, because in Word, he said, you don't really want to be putting things in Word or Excel, except in Excel, you might be doing certain things with it. I read something on Facebook this morning where someone had created a special report that was 19 columns wide, and they wanted to find out, was there some way they could actually print that, and instead of having it be wide, which made it go to page 2 and page 3 and page 4, could they print it so that the columns became rows? And it turns out you can in Excel. You go copy and paste, and you transpose. You transpose the columns into rows, and then it all goes down rather than across. So that was another neat thing that I learned. I learned so much.
What is OneTastic?
Well, OneTastic makes the OneNote work so that you can create all of these things together. It's an add-on that a Microsoft engineer created to go with OneNote 2016.
Right.
Is OneTastic free?
It is.
It is to a certain point. Can I?
Yep.
Yes, go ahead, Sarah, please.
Right.
Speak
There
loud,
are-
though.
There are 3 versions of OneNote. There's OneNote, and they're all a little bit different. There's OneNote Online. There's OneNote as a Windows 10 app. And then there's the desktop version. And the reason Rob was giving out the link is because Microsoft doesn't make it easy to find that anymore. In the past, whenever you loaded Word, Excel, and all that, man, it was just included. And now they want you to go online. But just like with QuickBooks, OneNote for your desktop is the oldest and most fleshed out program, and OneTastic is an add-on that's all macros. So you can download, you can go to OneTastic and look at their just pages and pages of all these cool macros. But I think they're free until you get to, like, I want to say 15 or 20. And then when you reach the maximum, it's like, oops, they want you to buy it, but it's like a whopping $15 or something. What is it?
Sarah, didn't you introduce this
Yeah, choose
to us
wisely
like
if you
6
want
months
the
ago?
free. Huh?
I think you shared this with us when you were sharing your templates that you do, right? Like
Right.
6 or 9 months ago.
Right. So the OneTastic macros are just some really cool extra features. I prefer to stay on desktop. You'll be in one of the other OneNotes and go, oh shoot, I can't do that over here. But yeah, the most powerful is the desktop version. But it's basically, if you're familiar with Evernote as just this online where you can just brain dump information. It's like that, but it's organized like notebooks, a book, chapters, pages. It's so logical.
Nice. Nice.
So Sarah, were you an Evernote user before?
I fell in love with it when I took Rob's class at Accountex. Oh, no. It was Scaling New Heights in Atlanta last year. I had my employees with me, and I took like getting organized or productive or something with OneNote. And I didn't have anything else scheduled the rest of the week with him, and I changed my entire schedule. It was like, rah, 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 rah. And it has really made a huge difference. I mean, I have a notebook, my ASB staff notebook. They can go right there for different things. I have support for TBX. Oh, yeah, we'll see my newsletter. And
I remember watching that episode.
yeah, but see, Rob is like, he was CPA, partner in a firm, fell in love with OneNote, started teaching clients how to organize their processes, quit his job, and does nothing but OneNote now.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, you talk about
And give Rob's full name so I can look up the info and put it in the.
Rob Smith. What is it, baby?
Sarah?
OneNote for all.
Yeah, OneNote for all.
Okay.
And Sarah, do you have the Scaling New Heights files that he taught last year in 20?
Yes. As a matter of fact,
I thought you did, and I told people to contact you and you
Yes.
would share those files with them. Because he
Lisa.
said that was much more detailed.
Right. He said better
the-
last year. So I've got copies of those. I actually have them in OneNote. And so, but it's real easy because you can just click on an email it right back out of a OneNote.
Got
Go to
it.
the OneNote page, send. So yeah, if you want copies from last year, when I get back to the office, get back to
Yeah, no rush.
yeah, I'll get all that organized.
Now,
Let y'all know.
got it. Are you complete with what you were sharing or not? Is there more? Okay. The other thing Rob has said, because I said, Rob, do you have something we can buy from you? You know, because obviously it's very difficult to take it all in when you're doing that and a lot of other things, and you're going from 7 in the morning till 7 at night and then like crashing. So what he is going to do, and he's not exactly sure when, but it'll be in the next year or two, he is going to sell licenses to all of his stuff.
His templates.
Yeah, his templates. And then, and basically we'll be able to train, and then he wants us to go out and then sell more to our clients in that. And we can go out and become like little Rob Smiths. And because it goes so well with the accounting field and everything, and what I'm doing is setting up the custom data field and the custom processes, it makes all the sense in the world. And so this is the direction I'm going to go into. And I'm really thrilled about next year. Is this a good time to mention next year?
Hold on. Can I just ask a couple of questions on the OneNote thing?
Yes.
So with Evernote, what I love about it is that I have notes and then I can share those with my clients. So when I do a QBO assessment, then I have a whole checklist of stuff that I go through, and then I assign the client certain things that they have to do. So then I share them into that note, and then they can tick it off, and then it's a live document with me.
Right.
Does OneNote allow that sort of a thing?
That's what I want to do with, I want a notebook per client with all their processes so that there's one place they go for their procedures and processes, and we can update it together.
Yes.
So
Not
then
as
they can
easy.
do-
You can share a notebook with them. Or,
Okay.
or I think you can,
OneNote's free.
Okay, and then the other thing was, Sarah, I think I heard you say that you sent a PDF into OneNote, and then you were able to mark it up?
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's not a PDF after you put it in there.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It becomes text.
And then what are you using? Is that on your phone that you're able to do that? Is that on your phone that you're doing that, or?
Any device. I'm doing it on my iPad, my
Oh,
phone.
okay. So then you're using your pencil and able to mark it up there.
And you can reformat and everything. Rob's attitude is that his PDFs are very limited because you can't really change the format of them. And he said the other thing is most of it is like information and content. And his whole thing is he wants to go through that PDF and strip out all the extraneous stuff and just save what he refers to as the valuable knowledge content. The little, the key pieces that are what you really need. And that's what he does with the OneNote.
Nice.
OneNote will take an image. Swear to God, this is so cool. In a picture, image, a PDF, or whatever, and it could actually, you press a button and say extract all the text. And it actually puts all the text in the window. The other thing is the search capabilities will blow your mind. As long as if there's a word in an image, it'll come up on the search.
Wow. And OneNote
That was
Rocketbook.
That was really funny because he searched for a word that was somebody's name, and it found the guy's name handwritten in one of these note pages.
Handwritten.
Oh, so recognize this
Yeah,
handwriting
it was
as
so
well.
funny.
Okay, because Evernote
It's
does
odd,
that, and that's why I haven't been able to change anything yet.
Well, here comes Mark. He's got it. No, are we talking about a Rocketbook now? How are you related what Rocketbook to?
You can take a picture in your Rocketbook and do the OCR, and it comes up as text in OneNote.
Right. So yeah, what you have to do, is it has to be sent in JPEG format. It can't be sent in PDF format. So if you send it in JPEG, then you can highlight the JPEG and say copy text, and then just paste the text.
Square
I usually
text.
paste it in below the note.
Awesome
What Rob
integration.
has done
My
is
2 cents.
has exposed all the cool things that OneNote does. I never touched OneNote because you get it, it's part of 365 or whatever. And you go in, it's just like these blank pages, and it's just like, what do you do? But when you see all the cool stuff that Rob has done, and Linda, were you near the screen? Like, because there was so much that he was flashing up on the screen, and he was inside his own OneNotes. None of that's in the handouts. So,
Right, but that's
a lot
what
of
he's
people
going to
took-
sell to us.
Yeah, I want to see the
Yeah.
because once you see a picture and a sample of where his mind went, because you could be as creative as you want to be, then you can apply that to that's how I want to do this OneNote or whatever. So it's as creative as you want to be, or I mean you can
I
embed
can see
videos.
artists
You can
using it.
You can record when you're in a OneNote, and with training, and I mean it's a cool tool.
It really is, and I could see this just going around the world because I can see artists using it. Almost anybody could use it if they had a consultant that would give them a setup package and sit down and work with them. And again, it fits into my little thing of I usually sit down and work with somebody side by side for 1 to 3 months.
Well, you could sell a OneNote template. I mean, you could. I'm
You
starting
could
to
do
see
it
on
that
Etsy
way
and
too.
stuff, like make a notebook that's already fleshed out, and then sell a copy of that download. I don't see a lot of it. I wonder if it's dangerous because if you buy one online, you don't know if it's embedded with,
Right.
That ought to be, well, we can search for it and see if we can find that
I'd
or
sell it.
not.
I wouldn't buy it.
So can you add smart sheets and bump it up on steroids?
Well,
Maybe you could make a link and easily a link over to a smart sheet.
now we're talking Microsoft with Teams, with tabs to smart sheets and tabs to OneNotes, and you're getting in. If you get into that whole Microsoft infrastructure, there's some powerful stuff coming down.
I think part of it is knowing what's available too. Like
Exactly.
you said, you had no idea it's been available for years, and who knew?
Years.
You know?
You
So why-
need somebody a little bit crazy to go wild with some of these programs. Yes, Matthew. Yes, thank you, Matthew. And one of the quotes they put up on the main screen was, creativity is intelligence having fun. And that's a quote by Albert Einstein. And think
Right.
about it. Isn't creativity, intelligence having fun? And we have all these people on here, and most everybody that goes to Scaling New Heights is very intelligent. And we're having fun, and we're getting better and better at that. So it's a wonderful, wonderful conference. I love it. And he heard what we said about wanting cheaper hotels, which is one of the reasons he chose St. Louis. So one of the hotels is $159 a night. So if you have a roommate and you share that, that makes it $80 a night, which you don't. And so St. Louis is a great place to go. So.
Nice. And so you want to tell us about next year now, Linda?
I would be happy to tell you about next year.
Bye, Tiffany.
It is Rise of the Advisor. And they have all these pictures of all different kinds of advisors. And it's going to be next year, 2020, in St. Louis, Missouri, where I've never been, but it's right in the middle of the country. So it makes it easy for many people in the middle of the country to drive there, but easy for the rest of us to fly there. So it's going to be June 21st through 24th. And I haven't checked, but I would guess that's a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because that's what he tends to do. And yeah, it's just a great idea. Now, he offered 2 packages. It was a 1-day only sale. And one of them was you could buy the conference for $5.95. But another one is he took what used to be his Woodard Network and renamed it the Woodard Alliance. He's added more content and meat to the program, the Woodard Alliance. He hasn't raised that price. That's still $35 a month. But if you wanted to do the Woodard Alliance, plus you wanted to attend Scaling New Heights in June and in person, and you wanted to do Scaling New Heights online in December and get access to a whole video library that Joe has created for his program, that is $95 a month. And that is the one that I signed up for, was the $95 a month. And now they've got it so that whatever you signed up for, you can change it by June 30th. So, but I'm sure that's what I want, the $95 a month. It just seems easier to go ahead and use that. And I'm excited about it. I just love all of the people. And then there's more pictures here. So there's a picture of St. Louis. We all recognize the arch. And there's another really neat museum here, or in or near St. Louis, called the City Museum. And if you Google that and go look at it online, it's amazing. I'm thinking I'm going to go. I don't think I want to do it the day after the conference. So I think I'm going to try to go in a day or 2 ahead of the conference and do this museum. And maybe we can get a group of people to go together and meet. Because once you do the conference, I get so tired. So anyway.
Well, we lost Sarah. She was in Park City, Utah. Sarah does vacations after her Woodards.
Yes.
Which is smart, you know. But she lost it. She has low battery, so we lost her.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
That's life.
That's life, unfortunately. But she's having a good time. So that's all that counts. Looked beautiful there.
Yeah, I think, well, it gets hot and humid, but it gets hot and humid anywhere on the East Coast. So probably anywhere east of the Mississippi or along the Mississippi. And, inside the convention centers and the hotels, it's all air conditioned.
Right.
So we're good to go. The only other thing I want to mention is this QBO Hero is for those of you who really want to be working with people like in QBO. These people, it used to be Intuit would take a QuickBooks desktop file and turn it into a QBO file for you. Believe it or not, they stopped doing that a couple of months ago. So you can no longer do it that way. These people will do that. And they will take a Xero file and turn it into a QBO file. And they will
Who are these people?
The QB Hero people.
Okay.
QBO Hero. Okay.
People that
they're very nice. They remind me of our group. Okay.
A group of people. Do and names in the group. Dan DeLong.
They will convert from Xero, Sage, FreshBooks, Wave, MS Dynamics, Creative Solutions, and many others to QuickBooks. Okay. Then they may work. I asked them. These are 2 people that. They have to be in their 60s, so they're my age, okay? Or their 70s. Nothing to make myself younger. But they're both very intelligent men, and they've gotten very good at this, and they enjoy doing it. Usually, they can do the conversions for $200 or less. If it's a really messed up file or something, and they have to do a lot of work on it before they move it, it might go as high as $500. But it's still, I've done these things, and I'd much rather pay somebody to do it than to do it myself. And I just include it in the price of the package. So
right.
Anyway, so that was the other real nugget and then just being with all these wonderful people. So and meeting all the new people.
New Heights. Well, I'm going to switch gears a little bit, and I'm going to turn it over to Matthew and talk about what exciting things happened to you at Scaling New Heights.
No, not that much.
Matthew, don't you dare.
I was told that one day you must have put out 70 videos.
A
That
lot
sounds
of
about
videos.
right.
A lot of videos. Yeah, Linda and I were cruising around, and our goal is always to try to allow people that were unable to attend to feel like they were able to attend, to engage them in some of the different fun, crazy things we do. And on the last day, one of the ideas I got, which was a good idea, but a hot idea, was the 17 shirt challenge. 17 hats, 17 shirt. And we went from vendor to vendor, basically anybody and everybody got a t-shirt to give away. And we started doing a quick live stream of each one so they could tell what it was that they did, and we'd put the shirt on. And we wore all of the shirts all the way until we got to the very last one.
That's pretty thick. 17 shirts?
Yeah, it was very, very warm, very warm.
Yes.
And then we did some more interviews. The bummer is always when you come back afterwards, or when you're in the middle of doing all that stuff, you don't get to see or hear if you've got an issue with audio sometimes. So I'm a little frustrated that some of them, the audio was less than perfect. So I'm going to see if I can touch them up a bit, but I'll be working pretty soon on some of the videos, combining it together on a recap type thing like I usually do. So
I have a question. Did you have to change your shirt size as you increase your shirt size as you put on more and more?
I sucked it up and stayed with the same size so I could actually wear them. Because I wanted a wardrobe. So
Go from a medium to an extra large.
yeah, I started at XL and just kept throwing them on, but oh my gosh, it was hard getting out of them too. So,
I'll bet it was.
but a lot of props go out to Linda. She was a good sport. She was running around with me, doing all this stuff, having a good time.
And
then,
you're rubbing off on her. She's doing her own videos now, too. She did a really awesome interview with Misty McGee.
Yeah.
Misty is amazing. Misty is just, we had the opportunity to, I guess it was on Friday, we went to breakfast with Misty, and turns out that her flight was about the same time. We were all leaving out of Delta. So we spent almost half the day with Misty, just hanging out, chatting, and getting to know her a little bit better. So it's really cool. She is absolutely everything I thought she would be and more. Her heart is absolutely in the right place. And I don't think I couldn't think of another person who's better suited for the position to be our point of contact for us accountants and the corporation. So
Nice.
Misty, you're awesome. You rock.
She's pretty funny. I mean, has a good comedic talent.
Yeah. We also, which was kind of cool, a year and a half ago, I wouldn't have thought I'd have the opportunity to do an interview with Rich and Arij at the same time, or even just interview them. So we did an interview with both Rich, Arij. We had Seth in with us, and it was Linda and I. And then after that was done, I made sure to suggest or let them know about the QB Grand Prix. So just about everybody except for Sasan knows about the QB Grand Prix at this point in time. And we're pushing hard to bring this thing to life. We've got some vendors that are absolutely interested in taking up sponsorship with it as well. And, everybody, if you're out there, if you're interested about the QB Grand Prix, be sure to share it out there. The more they see it, the more likely this thing comes to fruition, and we can have some real fun at QuickBooks Connect.
Nice.
Oh, this is something you're planning to do at QuickBooks Connect.
Yep.
All right, great.
The bird scooters, we're gonna do a relay race with the bird scooters, where you'll have let's say it's 4 different stop points. You'll have teams. You'll start off at QuickBooks Connect. You'll have to complete a very quick 1-minute accounting task that's app specific, so the app can get some promotional aspect out of it as well. Once you finish it, you get on the bird scooter, you race off to the next location. In a sense, hand off the baton. Your teammates will be at the next spot. They'll already know their task, but they're not allowed to start it until you get there, and so on and so on and so on, until it finally reaches the ending point, where my goal of this, big vision is I want to have the thing end up on the big stage and be able to have the event streamed through the process. I think it'd be great. Then depending on the amount of money we're able to earn, each team will play for a specific charity, and whoever wins, the money goes to the charity.
Nice.
That sounds excellent.
Sounds like a lot of fun too.
It does. It does.
And
I don't think you're gonna ever get me on a bird scooter. I think I'd fall off and get hurt.
Well, luckily, thanks to Linda Artisani and Sarah Prevost and Baravi and Seth and so many, and my mom and my dad and so many other people, when I'm on that race, I'm going to be able to see the red lights.
Nice, nice. So tell us about that. That was one of the best videos that I watched. Was it Mariette that put it? Who actually was recording it?
I don't remember, to be honest. Oh, whoops. Look at this big old alligator on Linda's page. My bad.
You are so bad, Matthew. Okay, yes.
Linda's a little busy, but I'm going to have her phone.
You guys hear it through, right?
Things about this video is like coordinated everyone is.
What's that?
I said when you put these glasses on, you could see how color coordinated everyone is. Misty's
Yes.
pants, Mariette's fingernails, all the green.
Yeah, it was just amazing. And I was hoping to, like, real quickly to try to give an explanation to people of what this is for and what it does. I'll go the fast version. Because it's really hard to explain what it means to be colorblind, right?
Yes.
So then Chroma is the company that makes the glasses, and this is the test, basically. You can go through, and everybody will see these numbers differently. So, like, for me, with them off, I can see, like, that's a 5. I can see this is a 1. But in a little bit here, I'll start having a hard time. Like, the 7 starts getting harder for me to see. I can't see anything in that.
Oh.
Bitch, I still can't. So,
Oh no.
I can't see any kind of a number there at all, so I would put unsure or nothing.
Right.
Here, I really can't make it out. I would guess this is a 7 just because I can kind of see something, but I would
Yes.
put unsure because I'm not certain. This is probably an 8, but I really can't see it.
So these are shades of red that you can't see?
Correct. So you go through this whole test, and because I've gone through it a couple times, like, I can start to look for patterns. Like, I can see
Right.
this is a 7,
Got it.
barely. Easily see the 5. But you get the gist. So you go through this whole test, and you have to try to guess what are the right colors, so forth. If you can't see it, then you don't put anything down. Like, these ones are all really, really hard, but probably super easy for you guys, right?
No, they're a little bit hard for us, but not real bad.
Yeah, not exactly a piece of cake for us.
Yeah.
Either.
Right.
So, and then
This
you go
reminds
through,
me
and it can take
on
longer.
Facebook where they have the animals hidden, and you have to figure out what animal is hidden.
Oh, I hate those things.
Well, no wonder. Put your glasses on.
Yeah, those things were always really, really tough for me. Very tough.
Yeah.
The other one, so Uno. Like, I cannot play Uno in a dark room. Can't do it.
Oh, got it. Got it.
It just makes it too tough for me to see it. And where did my bar go? The Zoom guy can't find the unshare option.
Let me see if I can.
Is it at the top? It's either the top or the bottom center.
There we
No,
go.
it's not even showing. Thank you. It wasn't even showing up for some reason. That was weird. But yeah, Uno was always a tough one if it was in somewhat of a darker room because I couldn't tell the difference between, like, the reds and the greens. We always joke top light, bottom light. So it's something that I've wanted for quite some time. Before, it was a really, really expensive like thing to test out. And I really look forward to going to an art exhibit and a botanical gardens with these.
Nice, nice. Well, it brought tears to my eyes. I was very appreciative of what Linda and your family had done for you. That's an awesome idea.
Thank you to everybody who took part in it, everybody who's sent messages since then. One of the coolest things that's actually occurred from this is there have been about 3 people that also have been colorblind that didn't even know the glasses existed. So this gift may be one that actually ends up continuing to ripple out further for other people to experience the joy.
That's totally awesome. And Shannon says it was Dandy Long that took the video on Linda's phone. So it's in our group, and I'll post it when this video goes up tomorrow also.
Can you get those glasses prescription, or is it just
Yeah.
regular? Okay.
Yeah, you can. They make, so one of the things I have to check out is they're supposed to have some that are actually indoor outdoor. And we're just trying to double check to make sure that these were the right ones. Fortunately, they've got a great warranty to them. So where if it, because they should lighten up when I'm inside, so I can use it when I'm doing websites and doing the, content creation, everything else.
When
And
did
you
you find
can
out?
have them ordered with a prescription.
When did you find out you're colorblind? How old were you?
I was a little kid. Actually, they literally almost held me back a year when I was like in kindergarten because they thought I just wouldn't follow directions. It wasn't until we went to a family picnic and the salad, this is what my mom told me, the salad spilled into the grass and I picked up everything except for the tomatoes. And they told me, why didn't you pick up the tomatoes? I looked, I'm like, what do you mean? So that was the first time they recognized there was an issue.
Hmm.
I always had friends that would actually, a good friend of mine, Mike, would literally keep a pink shirt in his closet for years, waiting for the time that I'd ask to borrow a shirt for us to go out and have fun. And every time we'd go out at the evening, he'd come back with pink glasses for me with a pink straw because I had no idea.
Wow. Nice friend.
Hey, if you're going to dish it, you better be able to take it. So
Awesome. Well, we are about out of time. What do you got?
I just remember one last thing. So next week on the 26th and 27th, I'm actually going to be doing some webinars on the Insightful Accountant for Intuit on QuickBooks Online Advanced.
Nice. So we want to post that in the group.
I'll get the links.
Awesome. And that is next week. What days? Do you know?
I'm going to be doing on the 26th, I'll be doing a demo. 27th will be more of like a informational, like educational webinar. And then I'll be doing another one on the 10th of July and the 18th of July.
Okay. So the 26th and 27th are Wednesday and Thursday of next week. We'll be looking for you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Is there anything else we want to share before we say goodbye?
No, Matthew, just post those so we can register for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to find the links myself. So.
Got it.
Alrighty then. We are going to end for this week. See you same time, same place next week.
Yay. All right.
Bye.